When did your father and mother get married? How old were they?
Got married and
How old was he?
year, just a little after a year after I was born. Before I was born. Yeah.
And then he started up the store after that? His own
Yeah,
store?
first he worked for somebody else.
Right.
Then he opened up his own store.
What happened with the store? When did they close it?
Oh. First he was, there was a big flood in downtown where the store was. And he,
Growing up, you worked in the store?
yeah, worked there for 8 years.
It was a general store? A fruit store?
Produce, yeah.
Produce store.
Produce, wholesale. For fruits, vegetables.
So wholesale, you mean it sold to other...
They sold to other stores. My father, he sold vegetables. The only vegetable he ate was tomatoes and potatoes. That's all. Everything else was grass. That's what he called it, grass.
Was he happy? Was he a happy man?
Oh yeah.
Was he proud of you when you went to medical school?
Huh?
Was he proud of you that you went to medical school?
I guess so. I don't know. Very hard for him to talk. He was not a talker. But because of Duncan, I was able to go.
Right. Your mother used to talk more?
Yeah, my mother was, she was a real balabuster. And she, as I say, she always wanted to learn. When she came from Europe, her sister had gone already to school in Europe, and she was supposed to teach my mother.
Mm-hmm.
So she used to say, she doesn't have to know. My mother didn't have to know. So she didn't teach her. That's when, after my father and mother got engaged, my mother started going to night school. But then she quit because my father insisted on taking her, and he'd sit in the back of the room and fall asleep and snore. And she got so embarrassed with his snoring.
Talking about in the store?
Huh?
Where?
In the school.
Oh, in the school. Oh.
So she got so embarrassed with him snoring in school that she quit.
Why'd he go?
He was accompanying his collar.
She went to school to
learn.
so that she could get a profession, or?
No, she wanted to learn how to read and write.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he sort of squelched.
Mm-hmm. Right. How far did they live? How far was the house from where you grew up, from Squirrel Hill?
Well, I didn't grow up in Squirrel Hill.
Right. How far?
Originally, I grew up in the Hill District,
Oh, okay.
which was a couple miles away.
Were there other Jews there?
Oh, they were all Jews. Either all Jews or a few Italians.
Mm-hmm.
But they were together, Jews and Italians. And then, after my parents got married, they bought a house on the outskirts of the Hill District. Lived there at 2229 Mayhaw Street. That was the address. And they raised. I was 6 years old when we moved there. When we moved away from there. But never forget my bloody nose.
You were 26?
Huh?
You were 26, did you say?
No.
Or how old were you when you moved away from there?
6.
Oh, 6.
We moved away when I was 6.
And where'd you move to?
We moved to Squirrel Hill.
Oh, your
To
parents...
East End, I'm sorry.
to
to East End. Because that's where I was raised up.
Right.
425 Summer Street. And I remember all the addresses.
Is it still there? Is the building still there?
Oh yeah. Actually, one day a patient came in who was taking down some information. And he gives an address. 2229 Bayonne Street. I said, that's the house I lived in.
Mm-hmm. That's gay.
But we moved it from there when I was 6 years old. We were the little boys, like 4 years old, 5, 6 years old. And the big boys, 12, 13, used to play a game with us. They used to wrap us into a throw rug and twirl us around.
Mm.
And I flew out one day and broke my nose. And it bled and bled. So we didn't have hospitalization, so they took me home. My mother got the bleeding stopped, and then she gave me a beating. Because she knew, she had told me, don't play with the boys.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any friends from who grew up with you?
Not from there. I got friends after I moved to Summer Street.
Mm-hmm.
I was only 6 years old.
Right.
Got a lot of friends from there.
And they all stayed in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, some of them have died. Saul Feinberg has died. Herman Engelberg has died. We had a nice group.
Did they go with you to Pitt also?
No, well, some went to Pitt, but we all went to Cheder together. The same Cheder.
Wait, in elementary school you went to Cheder?
Elementary school, I went to Cheder, but I went to elementary school too.
So what was Cheder? That was like Sunday school?
No,
Was
we
it
went
after school?
4 to 6 in the afternoon.
Wow.
4 to 6.
So were your parents religious? Were they religious people?
Yeah, my mother, they kept kosher and everything like that. And my father was the president of the shul.
It was a small shul?
Yeah, oh yeah, but it was.
Were most people that age, the age of your parents, most people were religious? They kept kosher?
They kept kosher, but they weren't really religious. It's in East End, which is where we had moved to. There were a number of shuls, and that's Shuren was a religious, a very Orthodox shul, and there was I guess I don't remember the name of it. And then there was one conservative shul, B'nai Israel, which was a tremendous shul. It's still existing, but not as a shul. When the Negroes bought it. And it's a big shul. It's big.
Are there any Jews in that area anymore?
No. Very, a few, maybe a couple. But when B'nai Israel was a very wealthy conservative shul, and Raymond Avashalom's